How to beat a stranger in seconds. Psychology is a difficult science, but some of the tricks can be learned in minutes. In this video, you will learn about 9 psychological tricks that always work. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, be sure to subscribe and click on the bell to always be aware of new videos. Speak quickly so that the interlocutor is more likely to agree with you. Then how you convey your ideas to others is no less important than the ideas themselves. If you speak quickly, then the interlocutor does not have enough time to process the information you provide, and then he rather agrees with you. This trick is often used by scammers. Therefore, it is important to know about him when calling on the phone and in person. Try to speak as quickly as possible. Do not take long pauses, so that there is more chance that you will not have time to think and fall for their bait. It also works in a different direction. If you have a loyal audience that trusts you, on the contrary, speak slowly, as people will have more opportunity to think and accept the message you are giving them. Game stone, scissors, paper. With the help of psychology, an interesting fact that most of us tend to show with scissors, in a situation where there is not enough time to make a decision. You can use it, for example, play at a faster pace or ask something during the game. The person is not very confused and consciously chooses scissors, but knowing this, make a stone and win. Mirror reflection. The interlocutor will definitely like the interlocutor, even if he is a little familiar person. Try to repeat his behavior when communicating. Try to make similar gestures and facial expressions, or speak with the same speed of speech. New York University has done a lot of research on this chameleon effect. As a result, it turned out that people are subconsciously inclined to show sympathy for the interlocutor with such behavior. That is, we like people who somehow resemble themselves. You can use this skill when you have an important meeting or want another person's approval. Help in advance. If you want to get some kind of service from another person, then the best way to deliver it to you, simply put, you absolutely volunteer to help the right person in some business for the way he thanks you. Never answer, "For no reason or problem, for the place of this, please tell me friends always do it now." Subconsciously, the person will feel obligated to help you the next time you turn to him. To be in a good mood, simply put, smiling is an infection. Several American universities have conducted research on this topic, and it turned out that we tend to experience the same emotions that people around us. So if you smile and exude positive, then, with a high degree of probability, your interlocutor will experience the same. To convince, as you already understood. In order to convince the opponent, you need to give him as little opportunity as possible to think about what has been said, so that you can not only speak quickly, but also try to confuse him. Let's say you want to sell something to a stranger for $50. When you announce a price, say 5,000 cents, a person is at first embarrassed trying to count 5,000 cents in dollars, and at the same time will continue to communicate with you. And then the price of $50 against the background of 5,000 will seem rather insignificant, and he is more likely to get acquainted with your product. Ask ask for a favor when the person is tired. Our rational and critical thinking works much better when we are alert and energetic. When someone is tired, they are more likely to agree to do your job. Since giving up and finding the reason for the brain is a little more difficult, you can use this trick. If you want to get something from a colleague, just ask at the end of the day. Good to talk about other people's psychology has a complex name for this. Spontaneous transmission of signs. Simply put, if your interlocutor calls someone kind in the third person, then you subconsciously convey these qualities to him. That is, to think of the interlocutor as good and kind, although he was talking about some outside of third person. Therefore, in conversation, try to focus on the positive aspects of people, even if you are talking about someone else. Inspire people by making decisions for yourself. The easiest way to explain this trick is with children. Almost all children do not like to eat something fresh and healthy, but they need it. Instead of asking if your child will eat broccoli for dinner or not, it is best to suggest adding 3 to 4 slices of broccoli. The child will now only have 3 or 4 slices of broccoli to choose from, and not an option to eat or not to eat at all. Plus, having made a choice, he will have the complete feeling that he himself decided so, and they didn't make him. The best part is that this trick works for adults too, so you can try. Do not touch your mouth or face while talking. A fact that every detective or investigator knows. If during a conversation a suspect touches his face with his hands, then most likely he is lying. But even if your interlocutor is not an investigator, then subconsciously, he will understand that you cannot be trusted. Therefore, keep your hands away from your face while talking to look more honest in the eyes of others.